In my work photos, I'm interested in raising questions about Black men's and Africans' access to North American institutions. And my work in photos raises difficult questions of the gaze and the limits of our imagination. I don't simply stop there. I also have another series called the Discover Me and Discover Us series, which was, I started taking from 2007 to 2009, to last year. So with these two images, the Discover Me series, since these were my reactions to after 9/11 in the U.S. Since 9/11, the need to understand the Muslim man has been paramount in political circles in the West. A heightened language of ethnographic inquiry has been vastly disseminated in mainstream conversations about Muslim masculinity. We know the story: he's a terrorist, a fundamental cleric, and a patriarchal husband. While the need to understand who the Muslim man is, is posed in political terms. Much of the conversation recalls much older colonial ideas from anthropology, with its promise of examining the other in detail to an influence always assumed to be different. My Discover Me series is an intervention and engagement with this need to know the Muslim man. As a Somali Muslim, these self-portraits speak back to what the political pundits expect to find as they attempt to discover me. My photographs comment on what they will never look for nor hope to find. Also, it documents a wide array of images that could be discovered about me and that will never make it into contemporary conversations about Muslim masculinity, if left to others to imagine. My work points to Muslim masculinities, and I seek to explore and complicate what people think they might find when they try to discover the Muslim man. The Discover Me series is my attempt to complicate the visual field insofar as the Muslim man can and is always an intervention, always somewhere in excess of our imaginations. So with these two images, it was pretty much a series, but I picked, for this specific lecture, I picked these two photos to show you, these two images. And then from these images, my work moves across ethnographic documentation, constructed documentaries. So you have the Discover Me series, which are the two, and then the Discover Us series, and other ways of making Blackness and Africanness visible. So this is a part of the Discover Us series. And my recent work of Older, Wiser, Stronger will be a series of photographs of older black gay men that documents them in situations that they define as important to their sense of personal identity. It is important for me to do this work because many of the black gay men from the 1980s and early 90s who influenced my work have passed away from HIV/AIDS. For instance, Fanny Rotimi Kiyodi passed away of HIV. Documenting generations is therefore important to me. So this is one of the men that I photographed for this new series of work that I'm working on. Well, I started working before I came here to North Carolina, but when I go back, I'll continue working on making the body of work a little bit bigger. But I pull from the work that I've already done so far. I pull two images. One is of this gentleman who likes to be surrounded by his artwork, so you can see some of his artwork in the background. And his name is Baby, by the way. And then you have Bentley, who likes to entertain, so he likes to cook and have parties at his place. So I decided I was going to take photos of him doing what he likes to do best, entertaining.